We're going to make a chickpea biryani my way, which is all on the stovetop. Traditionally more of a chicken dish, but let's make it veggie today.
Well,
Get the chickpeas in. That's right. Hey, that's a new word. You're good at making up new words. Chickpeas and garlic to start here. There's quite a few chickpeas, about 3 cups of already cooked chickpeas, some ground cumin. I'm going to get you working by slicing up the onions. They'll go in a little bit later.
Thin or thick?
Let's go thin so we can get them nice and crispy. Some paprika. And we'll go a couple of teaspoons of our ground coriander. Throwing a bit of volume there, Chef.
I was going to say, can I go loud or go quiet?
It's one of those days, isn't it? And about half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And that's our spice combo. It really is a beauty. So we'll toss those together. Add a little bit of salt and pepper as well. So we've got our spices on the chickpeas. We'll get some coconut oil into the pan, just a teaspoon or so. We want to get those spices on the chickpeas lovely and fragrant. And this is, again, a really easy meal. Most of the ingredients I've pulled from the pantry and just some frozen spinach from the freezer. So it's one of those, it's budget friendly, it's got good nutrition, there's, whole grains, we've got our protein, lots of good spices.
It's Jacqified. Yeah. You've made a yummy, or you're going to make a yummy dish which is full of all the goodness.
Yeah. It's a new thing. You know what though, Jacqified can stay within our capsule. Otherwise my whole family will be saying it. So we'll let these toast so the spices have become beautiful and aromatic for 1 to 2 minutes. That's all they need. Then we'll get them out of the pan and crispen up our onions.
You can smell those already.
Smelling good. So these onions have a lovely golden colour to them. They've got a bit of crispiness. Let's add the chickpeas back in. And this is a layered dish, so important not to feel tempted to mix things around because otherwise it'll disrupt the beautiful nature of those layers in this dish. I'm actually just going to spread them out a little. Basmati is a fast cooking rice, so that's the beauty of this as well. Because the chickpeas are already cooked and we've got our frozen spinach that's already blanched, all of this should happen within, 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go with layering, doing a little bit of a spiralling effect of our rice and our spinach as well.
So is that rice just washed or just straight out of the packet?
Yeah, always wash your rice and your pulses. So your pulses and your rice, you want to rinse both of them until the water is rinsed clear. When you see that soapiness around your pulses, so your beans and your rice, you need to keep washing them out. Yeah.
Look at that, your little pattern.
I know, you know what? I think it's mum life. I just try to make things creative so that it looks all the more enticing to my children as well.
I love that.
Yeah, a bit of fun, why not?
Yeah.
Get the different ingredients around. We're going to pour the veggie stock over the top. You could also use the chicken stock, whatever you have on hand. And just slowly drizzle it so you don't get the gush of the ingredients coming together too fast. Now, you've learnt for some great Indian chefs, so I'd be curious to know how you would do a biryani as well.
I would do a biryani in the oven.
Yep.
I would start certain stages in a pan.
Yep.
And then in a cassoulet dish sort of style, pop it in the oven, go out in the garden.
Yep.
Tend to my trees.
And ideally that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But I think my signature is the fact that I'm trying to introduce people to healthy eating and just making health just that little bit easier for people.
Yeah, we're all time poor, right? Like, we've all got such busy lives. So I love seeing different things from you on how to simplify things and make it a little bit more accessible.
And if you've got good flavour in there,
That's it.
why not cheat a few methods? And my very, very non-traditional way of getting turmeric in, but creating some colour into the rice is getting it on the top. Look, I know it's an insult probably, but
No.
you know what? We're going to go with it.
I love it. It looks very colourful.
All right, and then that's it. I'm going to pop a lid on the top. It should cook for around 10 to 12 minutes. We'll check it just to make sure as it goes. But I'm really looking forward to tucking into this one.
Me too.
How's that for a quick cook? So literally around 10 to 12 minutes. Let's bring it over here and get ourselves a little serving mat. I like to serve mine up with some coriander, because I love coriander, but I know it's not everyone's thing, and some dollops of yoghurt on the top as well. And if you're into chilli, like old mate over here is, then no doubt you want to add some chilli as well.
I love you Aussies, old
I
mate.
know.
Old mate.
So endearing, isn't it?
Like what you did earlier with the pattern, just for me, it makes this dish. It's just so beautiful, so inviting, very easy on the eye.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Sometimes I think, am I being a kitchen dag or am I actually making beautiful food? So I'm glad you think it's beautiful.
Definitely kitchen dag that makes beautiful food.
How's that for colour?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I want to get stuck in.
Okay, let's do it. I want to make sure you get a little piece of the action down the bottom with the chickpeas.
Oh, look at that, gorgeous layers.
It's juicy. It's retained some of that lovely stock. Those caramelised onions on the base. I'm going to get some coriander on this guy. And a little bit of the yoghurt as well. What about chilli?
You're half, my half.
Oh, he's in. There you go. A chickpea biryani, really great, healthy dish, lots of great nutrition, and the spices just, you know.
Super delicious.
It is.
Yeah, beautiful. The rice is cooked perfectly. Lots of flavours down there with the chickpeas and the onions as well. Really, really good.